let's rock and roll with this week's topic. So we've had some people asking questions about shocks.
Speak up, dude.
Yeah, you know they can't hear you when you do that, right?
We've had some people asking questions lately about shocks
You're directing
on
your
social
voice
media.
too much.
Oh, that's too much?
Yes.
Like this? Is this better?
Yes.
A little wider.
Good?
There you go.
Okay. Had some people asking questions about shocks on social media and YouTube and everything like that. So we thought we'd talk about them, recommended sizes, different brands, what they have to offer, depending on lift kit size or leveling kit size, what size shocks you should go with.
Just buy Fox shocks.
So we're going to be talking about
Video's
shocks
done.
is what you're saying.
We're talking about shocks.
Oh, shocking.
Whoa.
Oh, good pun.
Yeah.
Well, that was a short video. Everybody should just go buy Fox shocks.
No, that's not true. What if they don't make Fox shocks in the length that you need?
Contact them directly, and they'll custom build them for you.
What if you don't want to pay for that then?
Well, then you're a cheap ass, and you shouldn't be changing your shocks.
Says you.
Ah.
So let's start with on a stock truck.
On a stock truck?
Yep.
What about it?
Should you upgrade your shocks
Yes, you should upgrade everything on your stock vehicle.
to
Anything that's not stock.
The King coilover.
Yeah, King coilovers. Long travel.
okay, but seriously though, on a leveling kit, if you're putting a, what should we say, torsion bar
Doesn't
truck?
matter.
Torsion? It doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Yes, it does.
Okay, say you're doing. Okay, we get. I guess a lot of people don't think about this. They get a leveling kit, and they raise the truck up in the front, usually about 2 inches.
Torsion bar trucks. It's only on torsion bar trucks. Strut trucks, you're not going to change your shocks in the front.
What if it's coil spring up front? Coil spring and shock.
You can talk about
Two-wheel
it.
drive.
Alright, yeah, say that.
Okay, so we're gonna use as an example as like a torsion bar Chevy truck that we're referring to here. So you go ahead and get your leveling keys, you crank those bad boys up, you lift the front of the truck up about 2.5 inches, whatever that may be, and then most people don't even think about the shocks. And a lot of times the problem is that the factory shocks are too short, that they don't have enough travel or enough extended length basically to work properly with the raised front end height of the truck.
So what does that cause?
Well, it can either cause you to overextend your shocks when the suspension is compressing and rebounding. It'll actually kind of start to pull the shock apart and it'll just destroy the shocks.
It's
Or
gonna
it's gonna ride like shit. Or you can potentially bottom out the shocks as well, which will just destroy them. So a lot of times some of the higher end leveling kits will actually come with spacers for the stock shocks, so it actually spaces the shocks down so it gives you enough travel to work with the leveling kit. Otherwise, some leveling kits even come with a complete set of replacement shocks, and they include front shocks that are the proper length. But yeah, that's just always something to keep in mind. Like Banker was saying before, if it's a leveling kit on a truck with a front strut, so most of the modern IFS trucks, Chevy, Ford, Dodge, the leveling kits are just going to be a spacer on the top or the bottom of the strut, so you don't have to worry about getting a new front strut because you're just simply putting a spacer below or on top of the strut.
Right, you're not affecting travel.
Yeah, you're not going to be messing with the travel of the strut, so you don't really have to worry about it then. But if people, it's the same thing for the rear. If you want to go and say some people will level the front of their truck and then they kind of want to bring the rear end back up a little bit, so they'll put some blocks in the back or something like that, then you got to consider getting longer shocks, because if you're going to lift the back of the truck, you're going to basically change the effective area of the shock absorber, so you need to remember that.
Same with straight axle trucks.
Yeah.
Whether it be a leaf spring or a coil spring in the front, if you're going to add a block in there, you're stretching out your factory shock.
Yeah, so like guys with the Super Duties or Cummins or whatever, 3/4 one-ton Dodge, solid axle trucks, whatever yeah, when you do loving kit on those, same thing. Usually it's just a spacer under the spring, and that's an instance where you'll probably need either A, longer shocks or some kind of extensions. Next question.
We had this specific question on YouTube. Can you use stock shocks on a 6-inch lift?
No,
Why?
they're too short.
There is one lift kit that you actually use the rear shocks, the stock shocks, Tahoes.
Yeah, well,
I believe the Avalanche too, correct?
The GUIs on mine send shock extenders.
wow, what a shitty lift kit.
They all do that.
I know, on those
Because of the
coils.
angle.
Yeah, some kits, okay, you cannot use a factory shock if it doesn't come with some kind of a provision to correct it. So, like, what we're talking about is some lift kits actually, like on Tahoe Suburbans, Avalanches, in the rear, they'll actually use an extension piece. So you'll actually bolt this extension on and then bolt your factory shock to it, which is then appropriate.
A rear coil spring
Is it
set
the
up.
same
Yeah.
like that for the newer Dodge that's full sprung in the rear too?
No, they don't do that.
No.
No.
They will just have. They do it on those trucks because, well, first of all, I think a lot of them, or some of them, I guess, are like the Magna Ride trucks, and then also I think it's because I think it has to do with where the shocks mount, and in terms of once you lift it, I think they
They're
get in the
smashing
way.
the axle.
Yeah, because you have the track bar in the back and everything like that, so they use that extension piece because otherwise a longer shock wouldn't clear, I don't think, using the factory mount. So yeah, they do extensions and stuff like that. But yeah, you cannot just use the factory length shock on a 6-inch lift. It's gonna be, you wouldn't even be able to, install the shock because it'll be too short on its extended length. You won't even be able to install it. And then if you were to somehow like compress the suspension and install it, it would
blow.
hold the suspension compressed. So you'd be driving down the road and then probably it would give away and it would just be like boing,
It would definitely snap.
and you'd have a failure. Yeah.
Let's give something away, but first, Daryl's
The
learning
shop?
about the firefighter shirts. We are almost halfway done with them, Daryl, in our first 4 days of the promotion. So
Daryl, I'm wearing one. It's pretty chill.
B-Rad's got one on modeling it right now. The
Chill.
XF Off-Road
Oh, yeah.
firefighter giveaway shirts. About halfway gone. Brad, you wanna? Yeah, there we go.
Turn
I don't
around.
know what else is on it.
Do a spin.
Yeah.
3XL, 4XL, and 5XL
Sold it out.
are sold.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a 3XL. I stole all of them. So, sorry.
Good luck.
I'll sell you this one.
Give away a T-shirt and sticker.
No, we're not giving away shit. I haven't come up with a keyword yet.
Yeah. How you
So
gonna
tonight's
give it away?
keyword is firefighter.
Okay, keep her moving.
Keep her
So,
moving.
you guys each got a shock in your hands. One is a Rough Country and one is a Fox shock.
Can't tell.
Can't call it.
Okay, what are
Yeah,
the differences?
they're
Are
the
they the
same.
exact same then if you take away the sticker?
Yes. Well, in Danger's mind, all it is the sticker. So if you put the sticker on this one, it becomes a Fox shot. No, there's lots of differences. You can't judge a book by its cover is a perfect expression here. Just because what a shock looks like on the outside has nothing to do with how the shock performs, because the heart of a shock is all inside, which you can't see.
But books say what they are on the outside. And like what they're about.
It's
on
an
the inside.
expression, okay? You're overthinking it. Moving on. So, yes, they're definitely not the same because all the components that make a shock what it is are enclosed inside of it. So, yes, they both might be silver steel-bodied shocks, but if you were to put a set of these and a set of those, there'd be a huge difference in terms of the ride quality because there's so many differences involving just even the materials that the shock's made out of, the piston. A lot of it also has to do with how the shock is valved, is what it's called. It's basically how fast or slow fluid is allowed to pass by the piston, etc., which gives you your dampening. But anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of differences, and you can't judge it just based on looks. So
Why is Banker holding his upside down compared to yours?
This is the right way.
Right, why?
it's not upside down.
It's Explain.
Certain shocks, it all depends on the manufacturer. You can see on this one. Have to mount certain ways. Traditionally, it's usually the body down, body of the shock is towards the bottom. Where on higher performance shocks, usually, not always, you can mount either way, or, I mean,
Body up for performance.
Yeah.
Body down for strength. That's straight from Fox.
Oh really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Could
But-
y'all explain the difference for people with between smooth body and reservoir?
Okay.
Ooh, we don't have a reservoir shock.
Yeah. Basically, this is obviously a smooth body shock, not a reservoir shock. A reservoir shock is basically the same thing, except it literally has an external reservoir. Why are you looking at me?
I just
weird?
want to see how you explain it.
Literally has an external reservoir, which is added capacity for fluid and gas, is all it is. It's just increasing the capacity of the hydraulic fluid or the nitrogen gas in the shock.
Why?
That's simply all it is. And the point of that is why you would want an external reservoir is for our performance applications when the thing that destroys a shock is heat, obviously.
There's
so,
your keyword.
Yeah. So what you're trying to achieve is basically allow more cooling. If you have more fluid or more volume of fluid, it's going to be harder to heat up more fluid than lesser fluid. And so that's the whole point really is if there's going to be more of it, it'll be stable longer and it won't overheat and fade as fast if you have a lesser volume.
So do people who regularly just ride their truck on the highway need a reservoir?
No.
Yep.
No, I would definitely
Have you
say.
driven on the highways around here?
Yeah, right. If you live in Wisconsin, the highways are really not highways. It's mostly a dirt road with patches of gravel. So yes.
So there's
Washboarded.
no highway difference between reservoir and smooth body.
What?
There's no riding difference on the highway between reservoir
Well,
and smooth body.
okay. I mean, there is. If it's the same shock, so if it's a Fox 2.0 smooth body versus a Fox 2.0 Resi, then no. It's the same shock, the same valving, everything simply has extra capacity. So it'll ride the same, and they look cool. That's why a lot of people will run them, because they're like, oh, I got this cool thing hanging off my shock with braided stainless line. That's cool. But yeah, no. Typically, everyday driver on road, you're not gonna. There's no advantage or no reason to have that. But if you want to be cool.
Jared, I want to give away a t-shirt.
Okay, let's give away a t-shirt, Banker.
Okay, first person to comment the keyword that we see, because we know our computer's kind of slow.
So is the guy operating it.
Ah, he has red hair.
He has no soul.
Michael
Didn't
J.
deny it.
Myers said firefighter.
Hey,
Mike Myers?
Mike Myers.
I thought he was dead.
Here's your t-shirt, bro.
I've seen Halloween.
Michael J. Myers already.
You want to do some questions or what?
Oh yeah. He gets a sticker too.
Oh, and a sticker?
Yep.
Whoa! 3D. If you got your 3D glasses on, that's going to be awesome.
Next week you'll see this in IMAX.
Esai is wondering what wheel and tire setup for an aggressive stance on a 14 Mega Cab with a 5-inch rough country lift and bushwhacker flares.
Mega Cab what? 1500?
It's a Mega Cab Dodge 2500.
How do you know?
It's the only Mega Cab there is.
That's the only Mega Cab they make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3,500 dualies.
No, you can get a half-ton Mega Cab, and it's like a 3/4-ton suspension.
Okay.
What's the most aggressive? What's
I
the
guess it's the same thing then.
Yeah.
aggressive setup for him on his HD Dodge 5-inch rough country lift with bushwhacker flares?
14 wides
And what? Could you run 35s?
on a 5-inch.
What year?
14.
It's a
New
new body
body
style.
Probably 35.
35.
It would probably be a metric tire under a 35, honestly. But do they make anything that's not going to be super stretched? Probably
On
not.
14 wide?
Mm-hmm.
55.
On what?
CO2.
Those are 36 and a half.
Oh. I don't know. I don't think so.
A 355 minute.
Like, yeah, 355. What does that come out to though? It's like
It's
a
33.5 by 14.
That's too small.
By 14.
it's just a little stretched.
It's not like perfect.
I meant diameter small. You want like a 35.
Oh yeah.
He's just wondering what's something aggressive that he can run.
I mean, with the fender flares, you're gonna have to run 14 wides, or it's not gonna look aggressive at all. That's what it comes down to. So you can run 12 wides and 35s all day. It's just not gonna look cool. It'll look cool, but not as cool as it can be.
I think it would look cool. I like the 9 wides.
Chris King's wondering, on lift kits, such as any 4-inch or 6-inch, they usually provide a drop bracket for the diff. Rough Country's 3-inch doesn't provide that drop bracket. Should it? He's driving a 2013 Ram 1500.
What the hell's going on out there?
Really-
That's someone
They're plowing
snow
the
plowing.
snow. Yeah.
He's practicing. 3-inch?
He's got a 3-inch and it doesn't have the drop bracket. Should it?
It's
Yeah.
basically a glorified leveling kit.
I'm trying to think of the 3. They just came out with a new, not for the for the Ford they did. Yeah, the Dodges have a. I'm surprised they do that because Dodges have a big problem with CV angle axles. Even because Dodges, they have so many different stupid versions of their trucks like TRX, Outdoorsman, Rebel. They have so many different. So some of them actually like come leveled. So then people have one of them, and then they put a leveling kit on top of that because the struts are actually like taller on those, and then they run into lots of problems because then they're really maxing out their shit. But they have a problem with the CV axle on those trucks already. Like anything over 2 inches, I've heard at least. And that's why Zone actually makes a really same with their upper control arm ball joint angles. They have an issue with too, and that's why Zone makes this nice 2-inch leveling kit, and it's a leveling spacer for the top of the strut and new upper control arms as well. It's nice. And then I think they also do make like a 3.5-inch like Adventure Series like mine,
Mhm.
which then is a bigger spacer, upper control arms, and a diff drop, and then lift the rear too as well.
Basically, this Rough Country 3 inches is stretching all that shit out.
Yeah.
Zach DeWeese is wondering, has that coach been in any movies?
I made
Wouldn't
a
you like
couple-
to know?
I made a couple movies on it.
Cody is wondering, can you put a Fox adjustable 2-inch coilover on an F-150 with a 6-inch Rough Country to get an extra 2 inches?
What? No,
What?
because it would be a 2-inch
It's
over
a 6
stock. That
What?
he's asked. Is he saying a 2-inch like lifted coilover? So like a 2-inch like
An
you
adjustable
know how like
2-inch coilover.
you know Fox will sell like a 0 to 2-inch coilover.
Oh.
Is he saying putting that on his 6-inch lift?
Yeah, don't do that. They make a 6-inch strut. You put a leveling kit on top of that,
Yeah.
but don't put a factory Fox strut with a 6-inch hat on top. That's bad news.
Yeah, just go with the Fox makes a 6-inch coilover.
Yeah.
So you'd be better off just going with that 6-inch coil. I don't really even think there's much of a price difference, if any, between a 0 to 2 and a 6-inch.
What is going on out there?
It's
Shenanigans.
a derby, a demo derby.
Larry Hazy is wondering, what do you guys think about the Fox shocks with the external cylinder adjusters?
External what?
Is
Is
that
it
the,
like the DSC thing?
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're talking about the Fox coilover with the external reservoir and the DSC adjuster. I'm guessing that's what he's talking about. I think it's cool. I mean, it's sweet because it's something that's easily accessible to adjust. So it's not like some kind of adjustable shock that's actually a pain in the ass to adjust, like some cars are actually, where you have to actually disassemble the strut to adjust it. But no, I think those are pretty cool because it adjusts the compression speed, so you can turn it way down for on-road driving and make it super smooth, and then turn it up if you're gonna be getting a little crazy off-road. But yeah, no, I think it's definitely a cool thing because what makes it cool is it's easy to adjust and it actually does something. But yeah, I mean, Kirk's dad did that on his truck.
Mhm.
I never drove it, but I mean, they can adjust them easily.
Daniel's wondering, this is in all caps.
Daniel's
Should I
son.
yell this at you or just?
Yep.
I bought a 2016 Tacoma new from Toyota. Came with a 6-inch Pro Comp lift. Is Pro Comp cheap? Decent.
How did he buy that from Toyota with the Pro Comp lift? I don't get it.
They're probably
Like on the lot?
It was on the lot.
dealer did it?
Yeah, like a
Okay.
dealer installed Pro
Toyota
Comp.
didn't do it.
So what
No.
are your opinions on Toyota or on Procom, and then on Toyota specifically?
I don't know. Personally, I don't really like Pro Comp. That's just me. I don't know.
What?
I think they're just like, they're just one of those brands that was good back in the day, and they built up a reputation, and then they just kind of stopped investing in their company and stopped, you know, like advancing their products. They just kind of go along with the flow, and they just have that name, so everyone knows who they are, and just expect their products to be decent. But I don't
Do you
know.
agree, Banker?
I 100% agree with that.
It's like they haven't done anything. Like it's like I don't know.
They haven't re-engineered anything.
What would you say? So Procom back in the day, is there a modern kit that you'd say is very similar but updated then? Like price-wise, quality-wise type of thing? What would you...
Fabtech.
Yeah, probably FabTech.
Like Fabtech, I guess is kind of on the same boat because Fabtech's old. Like they've been around for a while too, but Fabtech kind of started on the desert racing scene, so they still like Fabtech at least still does a lot of R&D with racing, whereas Procomp, and then Procomp, and
I
then
feel like Procomp just got into like rock crawling
and
and,
then
stuck there.
And then and then the Procomp started just spending money on like stupid things like then they got into tires and then
Yeah.
wheels, and that's just like they're just putting their name on everything,
the
and
thing
they're
that
not
rock country's doing now.
Yeah, like they're not focused on suspension anymore, so it's just like it's just another avenue of revenue.
It rhymed,
Yeah,
but it made sense.
Yep. So yeah, and their data is absolute shit.
Okay,
So
keep her moving.
their website sucks too.
Laurencio is wondering, do you
I
recommend
hope
a
they hear
uniball or a ball joint on a 4-inch Fabtech lift?
I like the Uniball. A lot of people will disagree, but I don't know.
I like the Uniball as well, but the ball joint's easily serviceable on those. So if you're not getting a lot of off-roading, if you're just going to drive it on the highway, you don't really have to upgrade.
Yeah, there's no reason to spend. You know, it's not like if you don't spend the extra money for the Uniball, it's not you're not gonna regret it. It's not like you're gonna be like, oh, this thing rides terrible now. Like it's not gonna be like that. It's kind of just one of those things where I like the Uniball just because I like spherical joints because they have a big range of motion. But
What kind of joints?
spherical,
Say it one more time.
spherical.
That's fun. It's just fun to listen.
That was fun. Yeah, so people will say that those Uniball joints aren't good for everyday driving because they will get dirt in them and this and that, and then they're bad. But I mean, they're designed to be self-cleaning joints. So I mean, like
Like a cat.
guys run those on freaking mud trucks and all their off-road trucks nonstop, and they're fine. You know, it's what it does. It's supposed to. They're self-cleaning. So.
Give away another t-shirt.
No, not yet. You do that on my term.
We have 6 minutes left.
Oh, well, we'll make this one long. Come on.
Okay.
Runner.
Keep her moving.
Adam is wondering on his 2016 Ram 1500. He put a leveling kit on it. Why does it squeak when he turns or hits a bump?
You got something loose? Who put the leveling kit on?
It's probably bushing.
Yeah. A lot of the times, once you extend the suspension, you got the control arms at different angles. They were happy here. Try loosening up the upper control arms.
I would do is with the truck on the ground, loosen the upper control arm bolts and the lower control arm bolts. And I don't mean take the bolts out. I mean just crack them loose. Jounce the suspension a little bit, bounce it around, and then tighten them back up. Sometimes the bushings will bind because, like Banker said, they were in this one position and then you lifted the truck and now they're trying to operate at a different angle.
You don't want to do the lowers on a Ram though. That's
The alignment.
the alignment.
Okay, just don't mess up the alignment. Or just then you can just bring it to the alignment shop and say they messed it up
Yeah.
after you mess with it. Don't do that.
All right. Let's give away a T-shirt because Junior is getting you mad. So, keyword.
And go.
The keyword is pizza.
I don't think you can do that.
Everyone's gonna say it now.
Hunter Carlton said firefighter.
Damn it.
Good job, Hunter. Here's your T-shirt
How come everyone knew it?
and your sticker.
That's not Is that a camera?
That's Facebook.
Oh.
And how do they get these sent to them, Baker?
Oh yeah. So if you won something tonight, you're gonna email name, address, birthday, phone number. I'm just kidding. Name and
Social.
address and what you won
And
to.
t-shirt size.
Yeah, and size, because you don't want to get a 3X if you're like a 12-year-old girl. I know. I was looking at him.
Oh.
Ship.
Ship as in pirate ship.
With-
SHIP.
Yeah. At
Ship at.
customoffsets.com.
Daryl said pizza.
Daryl,
I feel like we can give him a sticker at least, huh?
Daryl, for listening, you get a sticker.
thanks for listening to me.
Is that Daryl?
Yes.
What's up, Daryl?
That's why I feel like he
What's up, Mario?
gets a sticker. Mario doesn't get a sticker though. Sorry, Mario.
Steal one.
Mario wants
Little
pizza.
car.
Huh?
Okay, let's go back to a couple more questions here.
We got a couple stickers to give away, dude.
Yeah, we just got one for Daryl, and we have one sticker left.
Ooh.
Mason wants a sticker.
Keep her moving.
John Montoya says, how do you fix a vibration at 50 miles per hour after 7.5 inch rough country Silverado 1500 alignment's been done?
Go slower.
That's more than likely a tire balance issue. One more sticker. Keyword, go.
Make like a banana and split.
Do you want to explain what this keyword is for? Why we chose it? What's happening with the keyword?
No, I'm not promoting your shit, Junior. You guys have your own videos for that.
Brad, you want to? You're in the shirt.
I plan on committing a lot of arson in the next
Zach DeLeese said firefighter.
couple weeks, so I'm trying to get in on the good side of the firefighters. So when they come and investigate the fire, they're not going to rule it an arson attempt. They're going to be like, I don't know what happened here. This was an accident.
It's gonna be really awkward if something of yours burns.
Yeah, right? Like my truck or something. My
Insurance
pattern.
company's not gonna like that.
Oh, that's funny, because here you said you were going to commit some arson. And you're like, oh.
All right, Zach got it.
Yeah, Zach.
All right, Zach, here is your sticker. You also are gonna want to email ship@customoffsets.com and let us know what you won and where to send it.
What size? Oh, wait.
No, it's a sticker. Yeah, what's that sticker you want to wear? So at this time, I think we're pretty much done, right, Junior?
Yep.
So, as we always do, this is gonna go up on YouTube in like a week, edited. So
Take out my curse words.
the first person to comment tonight's keyword on the YouTube video of tonight's episode will also get a lifted T-shirt and a lifted sticker, and somebody will reach out to you whenever you
And
comment.
a hug from Banker.
I don't give hugs.
You do.
Brad's a hugger though.
No, Banker's going to give you a hug in a jar.
All right. Later.